Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're struggling to get an installment loan because you have bad credit and your bank don't want to work with you or your credit union don't want to work with you, I'm gonna show you some of the easiest places you should take a look. Now, the first one is checking the cash. And the reason checking the cash is because people know about their payday loan, but people are not familiar with their installment loans, nor are they familiar with their flex line of credit. Now, here's the thing about it. Let's look at their installment loans. So the installment loans goes from $50 up to 5,000. Now, the reason I probably would not jump and go for the installment loan is because of that flex line of credit that I'm gonna share with you in a minute. But here's the thing about it. When you borrow this installment loan, like once you borrow and accept that loan, then they start charging you interest on it. Okay. So again, it's not a bad loan. If you need the money, hey, do what you can to get the money. But I'm just telling you, since they offer this here flex line of credit, I would probably go for the flex line of credit. It starts from 100 up to $4,000. But the cool part about this here flex line of credit, you only get charged interest on what you use. So that's the reason why I would actually take a look at this flex line of credit from checking to cash versus that installment loan. All right. If you can get both, then get both. It depends on how bad you need the money, but I would check on that. Now, the next place is net. The next place is Net Loan Express. All right. And so with Net Loan Express, they offer loans up to $5,000 as well. As you can see here, it goes from 100 up to $5,000. Now, here's the thing about it. They are not a direct lender. This is just a platform, okay? And so basically you would put in your information and then they would reach out to different lenders. Most likely a tribal lender is who they're going to be reaching out to see would they be willing to work with you, especially if you have bad credit or you have a high debt to income ratio, okay? So this is just a platform here. Now, here's the thing I always tell people. Depending on how much money you need, if you just need maybe $300, $400 right away or whatever, if you have a Home Depot department store card, then I would definitely use it to get that $300 or $400. All right. And here's how you do it. You would go to Home Depot. Okay. When you go to Home Depot, you would buy like few toiletries or maybe something that you actually need, and then you grab a few Visa gift cards, okay? And then you could transfer those Visa gift cards over to Venmo, over to Cash App, over to PayPal, and that way you have the cash, or you can just use those Visa gift cards directly. All right. So if you just needing a couple $100, this is definitely a play for you. You may not have a card, you may have a relative that got approved for the card, but they don't do nothing with it. So this is definitely one of those cards you should take a look at. Now, there's something else. Look, if you work in a job, especially a W-2 job, guys, you need to go to your HR and request this form. This is a W-4 form, okay? And so with this here form, what they're going to do, they're going to stop taking federal income taxes out of your check. And I always tell people to do it for 3 to 4 months, right? Or say that you work a commission type of job or whatever, then you're getting a big commission check. You want to file this here form. So that way you don't get any taxes taken out of that extra bonus money or your paycheck for 3 or 4 months. You have enough money to get caught up on bills. Okay. So this is definitely a resource. For you guys that are entrepreneurs that have bad credit, but you making good money like in your gig app or handyman service or you're doing Uber or Lyft or something like that, then check out Giggle Finance. Okay, so Giggle Finance does work with people. Now, here's the thing about it I want to share with you so you have all the transparency about it. Like I said, it has nothing to do with the credit. If you've been in business in the gig app community or you have a business that you can show proof that you are making money. Now, this may be a merchant cash advance, so the interest rate definitely going to be much higher. But at the same time, when you have an emergency. You may have to fix your car. You may have a utility bill or something that comes up right away, and you need that money right away. This is definitely an option for you. Okay. Now, how they do this is that they will look at your bank account. Long as you've been making money, at least average of $1,500 or more for the past 3 months or longer. Okay, they will approve you. Okay. Now, let me show you what I mean about the type of businesses they loan to. You have the app based freelancers, right? You have the small business owners, independent contractors, you have sellers and franchisees. So, even if you're in the MLM space, because a lot of banks, they will not loan money to MLMs. So, that's a good thing. If you're making money in the MLM space, this is definitely a resource you should take a look at. Another place you should take a look at is Net Credit. Okay, so with Net Credit, they offer personal loans up to $10,000. All right, now here's the thing about it. Again, you see this here? Guess what they do? They offer the lines of credit, and the lines of credit up to 4,500. Now, again, like I said, when you get a line of credit, they only charge you interest on what you actually use. They do not charge you interest on the whole amount. Now, when you get this here loan over here, whatever the interest is, that's what you're actually paying. All right. So they are a good source. They usually pull Experian. Okay. But it's no hard pull. So you can do a pre qualification. So every lender that I'm talking about, you should be able to do a pre qualification without worrying about a hard pull. Now, in terms of how do they get your credit information if they're not doing a hard pull? They're going to use companies like Teletrack, which is owned by Equifax, and they're going to do a back end look and see if you're currently in a bankruptcy. Now, here's the thing about it what a lot of people don't understand. When you have multiple loans, then that will get you denied. When the address on the application does not match the address in your credit file, in your financial credit file, like with Teletrack, that will get you denied. Okay, so most of the time people think, well, my credit score. No, it has nothing to do with the credit score. Now, I would also tell you, make sure when you're going for these type of loans, at least make sure that after taxes that you're bringing in at least $1,000 a month. Okay, at least $1,000 a month. That's really going to help your chances of being approved. All right. Now, going back to these loans, you have Viva Payday loans. Okay. So with Viva Payday loans, they offer loans up to $5,000 as well. And you can see here what the interest rates is on their loans. They're pretty reasonable from 5.99 to 35.99. Now, again, Viva Payday loans is not, okay, I want to repeat that. They are not a lender. They will work with tribal lenders to try to get you approved for a loan. Okay. So that's the thing you have to take into consideration. They're not a tribal lender. They put the information in and they go to tribal lenders to try to get you approved for a loan. You also have another lender that's a platform, and this is Big Buck Loans, and they let you borrow up to $5,000. And again, they do emphasize it's not about the credit score. It's not about the credit score. Again, like I said, making sure that you're making at least $1,000 after taxes, making sure that the address on your application is matching up with the address on these third party financial credit bureaus. Here's another third party financial credit bureau, and this is Factor Trust that they use. So, with Factor Trust, they are TransUnion, and yes, you can get access to your file. All right. And then you have Experian. You have Clarity Services, which is owned by Experian. This is also another financial data resource that they actually use to determine if you qualify. And again, they do not do a hard pull on the credit, but they're going to check and see if you have multiple loans, if you are currently in a bankruptcy, or if you did file bankruptcy, Was that bankrupt? Were they included in that bankruptcy? Okay. So those are the things that get people denied. People worry about their credit, but it has nothing to do with the credit most of the time. It's just that in terms of what your background shares. All right. So I hope this helps you, and I'll see you in the next video.